Hi, this is DOSBox Mom, and welcome to Let's Play Heroes Chronicles: The World Tree. This was the first of the DLC campaigns back in the day. It wasn't one that you had to pay to download like you normally do with DLC nowadays. Basically, it was just unlocked on the 3DO website once you had 3 of the original box campaigns installed on your computer. Once 3DO detected that, then you could download this. Then once you installed, or it might have been just 2, but I think it was 3. And then I think if you had all 4 box campaigns, you could also unlock the sequel to this campaign, which we'll get to eventually. So here's our main menu. Here's the music. And it looks pretty much the same, but notice when we click on the new games icon there, there's no option to play a tutorial. Yeah, they probably assume if you've played through 3 box campaigns, you kind of have the hang of the system by now. There's no option to play snippets of the other box campaigns. You're just drawn straight into the main campaign itself. And don't worry, we'll find out who this fellow is eventually. So, Tarnum is drawn to a distant region to save the World Tree, that which gives life to all living things from the Necromancers. But a far more dangerous enemy waits for the immortal hero, an enemy he has no chance of defeating. And the first scenario here is called A Distant Cry. Tarnum must defeat all Necropolis towns in the area. If Tarnum loses a battle, then the entire campaign is lost, for it is he that everyone relies on. Heroes are limited to level 8, but Tarnum and his 2 best heroes will transfer over. So, we're the pink faction. The AI factions are red, green, and blue. We have a choice of 20 hobgoblins or 20 wood as our starting bonus. We're going to reduce the difficulty because DOSBox Mom's a wuss. Yeah, we're going to take the 20 hobgoblins, and I bet you can probably guess what kind of hero we're going to play as just from looking at that. Yeah, we're going to be barbarians again. There was a hint about that in the closing cutscene at the end of Masters of the Elements. So,
Tarnum traveled alone, drawn to a distant, sparsely populated region to save something called the World Tree. He didn't know what it was, or even what threatened it, yet he felt he was the only one who could help.
okay. So that recapitulates and expands upon the intro, which I wasn't really able to display well in the windowed mode here. Here's our opening text message. Save the World Tree! It was like a scream inside my head, startling me from my sleep. I would have dismissed the cry as part of a nightmare, except I felt compelled to travel to the northeast. Who but the ancestors could give me such a message? But they usually call me before them when they assign me a task. Why would they give me such an obscure command? Nonetheless, I followed the feeling inside me and rode hundreds of miles to the northeast, where I joined the remnants of a barbarian tribe. These people have lived here for countless generations, guarding the secret caves in the surrounding mountain, even though they didn't know why. Then the Necromancers came, defeated them, and entered the caves. No one has seen the Necromancers since. I guess I've been summoned to this place to battle the Necromancers, so I've entered the caves as well. And so here's our starting castle. I trust I've got the sound settings correct. I noticed when I was doing a test recording that I was getting this real loud hissing in the earpieces of my headset. I think possibly that may have been because Lost in Blues used this computer to listen to our music and was running the sound through the headset instead of the speakers and changed things on me. But anyway, let's go into our castle and see what's built. We've got a village hall, tavern, so we will be able to hire secondary heroes right away. We've got a goblin recruiting thing, and we've got a fort. So I think I usually like to improve the income producing capacity of a town first whenever possible. So I'm going to build the town hall, and then I'm going to hire these heroes. Probably go with Yogg first. That is, he's a barbarian, so he is not a spellcaster, which means once we get a magic guild built, we're going to have to come back here and buy him a spell book. But in the meantime, we can give most of his troops to Tarnum. So this is starting out a lot like Warlords of the Wasteland, except that hopefully Tarnum has learned his lesson and won't start acting crazy like he did back then. But notice he's level 1 again. He always starts out as level 1. Okay, now Yogg. I'm going to have start picking things up. Your horse stops, catching the distant sounds a moment before you do. Moaning. A shiver runs down your back, but you continue. Well, maybe I don't have to have him continue just yet. Maybe I can hire Zubin here, who I keep wanting to call Zubin Meta after the conductor, but yeah, I've already hired the goblins that were here. But I'm going to give Zubin's troops to Tarnum. And I have to keep remembering when I want to transfer troops, I need to hit shift click. The control key is right next to the shift key. On the keyboard, so it's really easy to hit that by mistake. Okay, now Tarnum can probably go tackle those skeleton warriors. Ahead, you spot the scene of an old battle. The skeletal remains of fallen soldiers litter the ground, and a foul stench wafts toward you. But wait! One of them moves! It stands, brandishing a sword, much in need of a polish. Then another stands, and another. This is a trap! Not much of a trap, mind, but of course, Tarnum does not have a spell book. And I'm doing auto combat, which may or may not be a good idea at this point. Hopefully we won't lose too many troops this way. Oh good. Well, I would rather not have lost any troops at all, but okay, and there's a learning stone. So he gets upgraded, leveled up to level 2 right away. Alright, we'll have Zubin flag the ore mine, ore pit, whatever. Of course we do that, and then Tarnum can't get there. Oh well. But in the meantime, okay, so, yeah, Yogg can't reach there. But I've played this much fairly recently, so I know there aren't going to be any ambushes right away. Actually, I think I'm just going to have Tarnum stay where he is. Okay, let's go on to the next turn. Now let's see if we can have Zubin, visit the Learning Stone. That gets him out of the way. And meanwhile, we'll build the Mage Guild. Now, I think Tarnum can take out those skeletons before he visits the Mage Guild. There's a few more skeletons this time. I think this time I'm going to try running this manually. Okay, hang on. Okay, and we're back. Yeah, that phone call was basically Lost and Blue got done with the opening night performance of her school spring musical. I think I'm just going to defend for now and let the skeletons come to me. Okay, now I think we will have the goblins attack that stack of skeleton warriors. Yeah. We'll take them from behind. Of course, we still lost half of the... Okay, now I'm going to get Tarnum out of the way so we can let the secondary heroes deal with that. And meanwhile, I'll have Zubin Meta here clear the sawmill of the stacks of wood, and then he can head back to the castle to get his spells. Yogg needs to buy a spell book. So we start out with Magic Arrow, Protection from Fire, Shield, Stone Skin, and Dispel. I suspect Magic Arrow is the one I'm probably going to be using the most. And then we'll start heading him that way. Okay. One of my scouts witnesses a strange battle. One of my scouts witnessed a strange battle yesterday. He hid in the shadows as two necromancers fought. They sent their armies of skeletons and zombies at each other for more than an hour, and when it was over, only one of the necromancers walked away. Apparently, my enemies fight among themselves. All the better for me. With a little luck, they'll kill each other off before I have to risk the lives of my own men. Yeah, just adjusting where the microphone's sitting. Hopefully I've got it far enough away from my mouth. Okay, we'll go into the castle now. Or fort, whatever. And I think this time we'll build the blacksmith, so we can buy ammo carts for our heroes. And I think we'll start with Zubin, who... No? Or Yogg. Okay. Yogg it is. Because he just got done buying his spell book. So we'll get him an ammo cart. He's... Okay, he has not been to the Learning Stone yet. So he'll pick up Advanced Ballistics as a skill. And we'll start moving him out. And then Tarnum will need a spell book. And an ammo cart. And hopefully... Of course he can't get past... Oh, this is so silly. Okay, well let's at least get Zubin to the castle. And have him buy us, get spells. He already has a spell book, of course, since he's a battle mage. And he's bought his ammo cart. And we'll just leave Tarnum sitting outside the castle, because he can't move any place he wants to get. There has been no sign of the Necromancers in this area, but we suspect they've entrenched in the tunnels below. The Necromancers probably expected someone to follow them into these tunnels. Hence, they were more thorough in their destruction of the things living in these tunnels. Food is scarce. I've been forced to ration our meals, and I've placed a heavy guard on the wagons that carry supplies from the surface. If my supply line should ever be cut off, we'll all starve. Okay, so now... We need to build the marketplace. And we need to get Yogg out of the way. Let's move this far. Okay, we'll want to have him go to the Learning Stone first, I think. And now he's got Expert Ballistics. And we'll have him get out of the way. Zubin next. And Zubin picks up Advanced Artillery. And then... Tarnum, of course he can't flag that because it's blocked. Okay, well... Perhaps we can go after those zombies there. I think I will save. Yeah, I'm going to have to get rid of these save games from the last time I played through this campaign. I'll do that off camera between episodes. There we go. And I think we will start with a magic arrow to the zombies. And then we'll have everybody just defend and let the zombies come to them. Since we have no missile troops. Okay. We've got just enough spell points for one more magic arrow. Which each one takes out one zombie. And then we'll continue to defend. And the zombies advance. We're out of spell points now, so let's go ahead and start clobbering on the zombies. That finished off our hobgoblins. And we'll have our wolf riders. And the regular goblins can't quite reach the zombies. Now, of course, if I just follow these tactics to start with from the very first battle, I might still have some hobgoblins left. But look at that. Pillar of Fire, that could be very useful. Of course, I might have one of my other heroes flag that. Okay, well, let's continue on. Now I think we can finally build the city hall. Okay, get that bit of sulfur. Treasure chest. More gold. Can't quite reach the Pillar of Fire. Perhaps Zubin can, since he's not picking up resources on the way. You discover a tall gaslight tower. You light it, which produces enough light to penetrate the subterranean darkness. I think we probably ran into this doohickey in previous campaigns where we had underworld maps. Yes, it's not quite as gloomy as Conquest of the Underworld was. At least not yet. Yeah. It's a scholar who teaches us some attack skill. And we've got a pack of zombies here. Or if we go down this way, you can, finally visit the Learning Stone. And basic earth magic. It's always useful, especially when I remember to use it. That's just lots of zombies, so maybe not quite as many. Okay. Well, I think we'll try to finish up the week as quickly as we can. Building the citadel. And then y'all picked up the resources there. I think we need to have Tarnum clear those zombies, and then our other two heroes can pick up some more resources. You can see I've already turned down the music and sound effects as far as I can without muting them within the game, and then I've also reduced the game sound level in Volume Mixer. So you should be able to hear the narration over the music. I know that's something that commenters in previous campaigns have had issues with. Okay, we don't have enough spell points to cast anything, so we're just going to have to sit here and defend and let the zombies come to us. And hopefully that will allow us to survive long enough to defeat them. Also, defending gives us a slight defense bonus. Okay, we took out 4 zombies. And since we've got at least 1 stack of zombies engaged, immediately we're bringing the goblins forward. Oh yeah. Zombies make me sick. At least. There we go. That wasn't so bad. Now we have advanced earth magic. And now we can have our secondary heroes come forward and start picking up all that good stuff that's been opened up. And in the meantime, okay, so we've got a pack of wraiths there. Pack of wraiths there. And pack of zombies. I'm going to save before moving towards them because it looks like I would end just close enough to trigger the combat. The familiar awful moaning that echoes endlessly through these tunnels gets louder and louder as you follow this path. Finally, out of the darkness, stumble the source of the sound. Zombies. You're too close to avoid them, so you lift your sword, looking forward to ending that horrible noise. So we'll end this horrible noise, and then I think we'll be at a good point to take a break. Okay. Still don't have enough spell points. So we're just going to defend. And actually, it's not as many zombies as there were in the other battle. So we're just going to wait and let the zombies come to us. Fortunately, zombies are pretty darn slow. And we will start advancing our goblins. Ah! High morale, bonus attack. Okay, we took the first stack out. Okay, there's 5 zombies left. Okay. Kinda hate losing those wolf riders, but still. Okay, well, we're almost done with the first week. We've cleared some skeletons and zombies and opened up areas with resources for our other heroes to pick up. So we'll continue clearing this level and see if we spot any traces of the AI heroes in the next episode. So we will see you then.